Hello, everybody. Chris Landry here for another edition of Chris Landry on Football on LandryFootball.com. This week it was discovered that out in Arizona Cardinals training camp, mini camp rather, that new head coach Steve Wilks put a hurdle in the locker room. Symbolic of, hey, as a player, as a team, you're going to have to overcome hurdles every day in practice and meetings, and you've got to be prepared for that. And it calls to mind something that I think is really important, that in the football coaching profession, very often you use some visual devices, some motivational techniques to individually get players to respond or collectively as a team to respond. I know that in New England, Bill Belichick has been known to put an anchor in the locker room, symbolizing don't be the guy. Don't be the anchor to the team. Don't do something that's going to set your team back, that's going to be responsible for the team's lack of success. Be prepared for every meeting, every practice. Those things are really important. In Jacksonville, I remember one time Jack Del Rio had a log and an axe in the locker room, symbolizing you got to keep chopping wood, keep working at it. Unfortunately for them, their punter at the time took to the axe to have a little fun, only to hurt himself and cut himself on the leg and had to go on IR. So you got to be careful what you use. But Bill Parcells, for example, was known to put an empty gas can in a player's locker room and basically say, is your tank empty? Because it looks like it's empty. I mean, there are other issues. I do know that Parcells one time put a plane ticket. He got a plane ticket and put it in Lawrence Taylor's locker room. Now we know great Hall of Fame Lawrence Taylor, but he had a hard time blocking Irv Pankey with the Rams for some reason. So it was, as it came to game time, they were getting ready to play the Rams. Parcells put the ticket in his locker room. He says, you need to go and fly to New Orleans. We're going to fly Pat Swilling in this week to play for us because you can't play against Irv Pankey. He owns you. So, you just leave town this week. We don't need you. That was Parcells at his finest there. And, of course, Lawrence Taylor was so angry and so surly after that. He had a great game. Pushing the right buttons is what you're trying to do. Words often, when you're trying to express to players in meetings, they become hollow. They become contrived in players' eyes. So having some visual meaning to it to kind of stress the point is often done. So it's a good tool. It's something. Does it work? Sometimes it does. I think you got to know your team. It's like any student-teacher relationship. You must know how to reach your student individually. And sometimes you have to browbeat one player. Sometimes you have to put your pat the other one on the back and encourage him. So knowing your player, knowing what motivates him is key. And so I think that's important to understand that. In this process, we think there's not a lot of motivation that's done at the NFL level, and it's not true. It is. And certainly in college, I think you've got to do a lot of things to motivate players and to get them to understand that every step, every journey along the way is going to be challenged. You've got to find a way to fight through it, and the ability to fight through it is what's going to allow you to be successful on the back end of it. So just some thoughts on motivational techniques from the coaching side of football. Hey, we appreciate you joining us for this edition of Chris Landry on Football. Remind you that if you're not a member of LandryFootball.com, what are you waiting for? What an opportunity right now. Get it done, limited time only. If you join us during this summer season, you get 50% discount on any package. Now, that's getting the entire football season for free if you sign up for the year membership. So, great opportunity. Join us now. All you got to do is use the code SUMMER, SUMMER, in the coupon code. So join us today. No excuses. Get all the off-season analysis, daily notebooks on the college and NFL scene. We'll get you ready for the football season better than you ever have before. So join us today and get that great discount locked in before the football season and the price goes up. Use that coupon code SUMMER. We'll talk to you again next time on another edition of Chris Landry on Football at LandryFootball.com.